What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Bad news for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Girardi, who has just been mired with controversy for the past several months. So we all know at this point, right? She's involved in a very, very, very large scandal with her husband. Her husband has been accused of embezzling money meant for victims of his law firm. And we're talking about widows. We're talking about orphans, people like that. He's been owing them millions upon millions of dollars, and he's been accused of using those millions to fund his lavish lifestyle and to fund Erika Girardi's lavish lifestyle as well, that she's been bragging about on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for years. One of her most notable quotes about, their money and the way that they spend is that she spends over $40,000 per month in order to look the way that she does. Yes, she is a very, very beautiful woman, but when you learn that all of that was created with the money, allegedly, by the way, of orphans and widows, it kind of taints the image of it a little bit. Anyway, this scandal, by the way, has turned into a documentary set to air on the Hulu network. It's called The Housewife and the Hustler. And so Erika is just so tired of this being all over the press. And so she went to the judge of her case and asked for a gag order. And that is not even where her troubles end. The judge has also approved, they denied the gag order, but the judge approved for a full-blown investigation, probably a forensic investigation into her finances to see whether or not she is liable for $7 million that need to be paid out to her husband's victims. That is not an amount of money to sneeze at whatsoever. Sure, she's now making her own independent money on The Real Housewives, and she's got a couple of sponsorships here and there. She's also a Savage Fenty model, but that is nowhere near comfortable enough to where she can pay out $7 million and not blink. According to the court documents exclusively obtained by Radar Online, the bankruptcy case assets and property given to her by Tom that are meant to be for his estates. In layman's terms, they believe that he strategically gave all this stuff, put the stuff in Erika's name in order to avoid having to pay back his victims. If that is the truth, then that is so freaking dirty. And him, with the dementia and all that stuff, it's just all too convenient that this man was practicing all willy-nilly, all fine, no problems. And all of a sudden he's exposed for being a complete fraud. And now it's dementia. He can't do X, Y, Z for himself. A little too convenient if you ask me. But moving back to the topic at hand here, Erika is refusing to return the items because she says that they were given to her as gifts. And so they say, the case goes, okay, you know what? Bet we're going to do a full-blown investigation into your finances, and we are not dropping the gag order, meaning everything we find and document is going to be, publicly available. And so people are going to continue talking about this case. And on top of that, to add insult to injury, the trustee hired Ronald Richards to be the person to investigate her. And if you have been following this case from the very beginning, then you are familiar with this name. Ronald Richards is the attorney who blew the lid off of this case and has been live tweeting about it, since the very beginning, before the press was even really fully talking about it. And he's done a couple of interviews on YouTube as well. Like, he has been very open about this. And so Erika tried to fight him being the person to investigate. She's like, no, there's a conflict of interest. He has had clients who sued me before. I don't want him on my case. The judge says, tough luck. What else happens? She goes, he is broadcasting everything on social media, no. And so the judge again says, tough luck. This is going to be the man who investigates you. Guys, it really, truly seems as though the judge wants to make an example out of Erika Girardi and her husband, Tom Girardi, but more Tom. This is mainly Tom's doing, you guys. So it really does seem like the judge wants to make a really strong example out of him, because what he did, what he's alleged to have done, is nothing short of inhumane, and not even what he had done in the past, but what he is alleged to continue doing. For example, allegedly hiding assets under his wife's name, allegedly faking a divorce in order to, keep those assets, quote unquote, separate for the time being. If all of this is in fact true, he can rot in the darkest pits of hell. And if Erika knows about this and she is in on this, she can join him on that joyride, because this is disturbing, everything that is coming out about the story. And I, for one, am grateful to the judge for refusing to provide a gag order. You are the one, Miss Erika, who put yourself out on TV because you wanted everyone to know your name, know your face, know everything. You were bragging about how much money you had, et cetera, et cetera. But when it comes time to figure out just how you got that money, is it blood money? All of a sudden, you want a gag order? You want privacy? GTFOH. It's on. And I am really looking forward to seeing this case continue to play out. And I'm really hoping that justice is indeed served. Guys, how do you feel about Erika Girardi being denied a gag order on her case and the judge opening a full-scale investigation into her finances led by the man who broke the news on social media? Are they truly going to throw the book at Erika and Tom? Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.